Hello and welcome back to Infinite Roleplay. My name is Nelson, your totally immersed power gamer, and apparently cartographer. And this is my latest incarnation. Huh? Yeah? No? Oh well. Okay, what you're looking at right now is not InKarnate and was not produced with InKarnate. I made this map myself using Photoshop program that I know and love dearly. But this is the Isles of Illendor. I have names and titles and whatnot, but let's leave the Isles of Illendor and go to InKarnate. Whoa, right? It's not a map in the conventional sense of a cartography map. It's a map in the sense of a chart where the text is going to be mapped out. I'll show you what I did. First, of course, get the water gone. You just use the sculpt, put land all over the place, go over the paint, right? I'll scroll down, and oh wait, good size 48 is pretty good. Select the block tool and select the color, right, for your color coding, and then boom, boom, boom. That's how you generate your columns. Just have, alternating colors. So we have our rows and our columns, and it's really that easy to set up. Then you just go to your text tool and you type in text as you would with any map in InKarnate. After doing so, here's the power. The note tool. Boom. Now you see a few things pop up with when I click the note tool. So that I'm not messing anything up, let me just make sure I have the select option ticked. Okay. Now I've got, Dorian is a continent, Jagathai is a continent, Mir is a continent. Mir is separated to Low Mir, High Mir, at Fawn's Reach. Now Mir has a little roundy arrow overview. You click that. Long ago Mir was two countries, but when the area known as Low Mir was conquered, its people were integrated into Miran society as a lower caste of servants, farmers, craftsmen, and other peasants. Then, oops, error. The northern region flourishes while the Low Mirans break their backs. Poor things. Anyway, boom. I have the overview of Mir, right? So if I want a quick look at Mir, what it does, if I forget, want to refresh my memory during a game, or maybe write an adventure for Mir, boom, done. It's there. It also summarizes Low and High Mir. So we can go to Fawn's Reach down here, click Fawn's Reach, and where the Fauns rule over other fey creatures, and the only land openly opposing High Mir's rule. The only land within the continent of Mir opposing High Mir's rule. And it's just quick stuff. We have Jagathai, Jagathi overview, a little bit more fleshed out, but Jagathai is a verdant grassland, home to master horsemen and herds of centaurs. They're farmed for their steeds. Sparse settlements are hubs for trade in furs, leathers, and horses. The southern peninsula of Jagathai is the meeting point for three continental plates, each pushing into the other in a clockwise rotation. As such, the peninsula is, in fact, raising out of the ground, out of the oven-like giant spiral reaching vast into the rocky heights as its peak. Volcanic activity responsible for the verdant green plains of Jagathai also results in terrace upon terrace of fertile land on the mountainside called the Tower of Gods. And down here, Tower of the Gods. So we click on that for that little pop up. Rocky inclines and cliffs make it inaccessible to the centaurs of the plains. It is instead fawned and protected by a highly religious society of satyrs. So, you pretty much get the gist of the experiment here. This can actually be used, I think, pretty well as a cataloging system for a pre-existing map. Whether you have made that map outside of InKarnate, or actually one of the maps you've made in InKarnate, and you want to expand a bit more and separate the lore of your map, cities, states, and people. And I think it's wonderful for that. I haven't finished the whole thing, all this. It was done primarily as a test, but personally, I think the test was successful. What do you ladies and gents think? Do you think InKarnate is a good software for something like this? This setup of having a chart and each chart basically being allocated a pop-up window that can expand to further knowledge is better than using sticky notes, pads, or note cards, or a Word document and just printing out page after page of information that you need to sort to. I think that it's worth it. I think that it could be an invaluable tool to us dungeon masters, even us dungeon masters who don't necessarily feel like we're great cartographers, because this specifically actually has nothing to do with cartography. And again, being that it's a browser-based program and all the information is saved on a cloud, you can access your account wherever you have the internet. So you can go to your friendly local gaming store and still have this information accessible to you. I think it's great. Now, with that said, bam! Drive-through RPG store. Yep, I've got a drive-through RPG store. On the store, I've got a series of generic world maps. If you are not inclined to do the cartography thing, these are available for the most part as a pay-what-you-want model. That way, I can provide my maps to the community openly, and for those of you who appreciate the work that I've put into these maps, you can just support me at whatever level you want. And also, if you get these generic maps and you populate these generic maps with some lore and ideas, you can always go back to InKarnate and create your database there. One other thing that I would like to plug is, boom, this right here, a PDF that's currently a work in progress by our friend Chepe, also known as the Niche King, Fauntrodden. You can go to his YouTube channel at Fauntrodden. This is his YouTube channel. He's put together a collection of homebrewed sorceress origins that he's created. Now, he's asked for my assistance at a few levels, and I've delved into some of them, tried to break them and power game them. So he's done a really good job keeping these sorceress origins within the balance of 5th edition. So they really should be able to be picked up and slotted in to any 5th edition game with little to no trouble at all. When he is finished with this should be available on his Blogspot. I'll see if I can get the web address and post a link below. But as you can see, he's been putting quite a bit of work into it. He's going to have a bookmarking system for it soon. And right now it's just 8 solid pages of custom, homebrewed, balanced sorceress origins. And it gives a lot of flavor, flair, and variety to your friendly neighborhood sorcerer, who, if I recall at the moment, including the last Unearthed Arcana, only has 3 official origins. It could be Blue Mage, Savant, my favorite right now, a Blood Magic background. It's nice. It really is. a geomantic background, geomancy, which is another nice one, another really good one. They're all really good. Just click whatever link I managed to put below and check out his blogspot. Check out this PDF and the work he's put in, and you will appreciate it. Trust me. With that said, don't forget www.inkarnate.com. It's free beta program, and if the devs are watching, I kind of want to say that this is a really good program for even this archiving, for creating a small, I guess, database that would be tied to specific maps and settings. So thank you. I don't know if you intended it, but the InKarnate database, it's a thing. Anyway, my name is Nelson, the totally immersed power gamer. This has been Infinite Roleplay. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, suggestions, requests, just post in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. Till then, peace.